Hello and welcome back to fuck it, letting it in. To G-senjou no Maou. I actually wanted to say Procrastinator the game, but it's not the game that's procrastinating. I don't even know if I pronounce it correctly, but me who is procrastinating for no good reasons. In any case, after that brain fart of mine, let's continue. Chapter 5. I think I still haven't marked the beginning of Chapter 5 in the Let's playlist. The next day, I invited Tokita to my apartment. How did Miss Noriko react?
おおむね許してくれるそうよ。
She forgave me for the most part.
ユキ、あまり一人で悩むなよ。
Yuki, let us be there for you. She seemed somehow discontent. Alright, now you can tell me all about Maou.
と言っても、ほとんどわからないのだけれどね。
I don't know all that much. Tokita started at the beginning when she first met Maou. The more I heard, the more I understood Maou's true power. So what did Maou want from you in return?
それが全く、てっきり父を利用するのだと思っていたのだけれど。
He never made that clear. I always assumed he wanted to use my father. I don't get it. What's he trying to do, gathering these children? Maou seems to like playing with people's minds. Where is Maou hiding?
驚かないでほしいけれど、このマンションのすぐ近くよ。もっとも、複数ある拠点の一つなのだろうけれど。
Very close to this apartment complex. Not to scare you. I should mention, however, that this particular location is likely only one of his layers. Well, we have to start somewhere.
いえ、もうもぬけの殻でした。
Too late. I checked it and it was completely empty. Not a single hint.
それどころか、まるで私を嘲笑うかのように、部屋の鍵が開いていました。くまなく探しましたが、髪の毛一本落ちていませんでした。
No. In fact, he left the door unlocked, presumably to mock me. I searched the place from top to bottom, but there wasn't even a single strand of hair on the floor. Tokita spoke up, as if pondering something.
魔王はよく山王物産のビルに出入りしていたようよ。
It seems Maou went to the Sano Corporation building often.
うん。昨日
Often?
も何か怪しげだった。
I'm still not sure if it's pronounced often or often. Yeah, something suspicious was going down there yesterday as well. Then, as if she just thought of something, Yusami pulled out the notebook she had sketched a portrait in yesterday.
この外人さんなんだが、見たことないか？
Have you ever seen this foreigner? Tokita's eyes narrowed.
会ったことあるわ。傭兵だって紹介されたけれど。
I met him once. He said he was a mercenary. A mercenary?
名前は確かアランだったかしら。偽名だと思うけれど。
His name was, Alan, was it? It's likely a fake name, though. What did he talk to you about?
戦場での話を少し。と言っても、とっくに引退しているって言ってたわ。魔王とはかなり深い関係にあるみたいね。
He was talking a little bit about his experience on the field of battle. He said he'd long since retired, though. It seemed as if he and Maou went back quite a bit. This makes me all the more uneasy. Seeing as he managed to wheel you of all people in Tokita, Bruh. Seeing as he managed to wheel you of all people in Tokita, Maou must be a highly skilled negotiator, correct?
語学は堪能みたいよ。警察のマニュアルにあるような交渉の基本的なスキルは熟知しているみたいね。何より人を騙すことにかけては病的なまでに得意だわ。
He's a born linguist. Furthermore, he seemed to have studied the basics of negotiation, at least the textbook side. But above all, his skill comes from his ability to deceive people. He's so talented, you'd think he's mentally ill. What do you mean by that?
本物の社会病室者はね、嘘を嘘だと自覚しないまま話すことができるの。彼は本物ではないと思うけれど、それに近いくらいの凄みがあるわ。
Sociopaths occasionally lie without realizing that they are doing so. I don't think he's quite a sociopath, but his ability approaches that level.
魔王は人を手にかけることに何のためらいもない。
Maou has no qualms about killing people. I nodded with a disgusted expression. The more I hear, the more I sigh. He's no longer the Kyohai I once knew. The strong, kind older brother who played video games with me. Maou's aim is to free my father, Samejima Toshikatsu.
となると、傭兵を雇って武器も資金も潤沢にある魔王の行動は
Then, with all the hordes of henchmen, weapons and funds, Maou must be going to...
脅迫でしょうね。どこぞに爆弾を仕掛けたとか。
threaten someone with the power to free a convicted criminal. He'll say he's planted a bomb somewhere or the like. Either that, or take a hostage and hole himself up in the Sanoo Corporation headquarters. They both nodded at what I said. I think Maou has a grudge against the Sanoo Corporation. That trial was completely completely biased toward Yusami for some reason. The backstory, the fact that you could sympathize with what Dad did, was barely touched upon in court, and was never widely reported. It's been rumored that the current director of Sanoo's senior management, one Mr. Sumeya, might have been keeping it covered up. They say that if Yusami's evil deeds had been let out of the bag, Sumeya would have been arrested too. Let's scout around downtown for now. Yusami came with me. You have to babysit Shiwatori, right, Tokita? She laughed.
助けてくれてありがとうね、京介くん。
Thanks for helping me out, Kyosuke-kun. Whatever, just get that money ready.
また連絡する。水葉と椿によろしく。
I'll be in touch. Say hi to Mizuha and Tsubaki for me. We stepped outside. Okay. I haven't really tested if the microphone is actually responding like it should, but from what I see, it does what it does, because sometimes for some reason some programs messes with the volume and I'm not always aware of that. It was terribly cold, but the music was kinda warm.
昨日の晩、雪が降ったらしいっすよ。
That doesn't look like it snowed outside because I can't see any snow. Looks like it snowed last night. The winter cold pierces my skin. Looks like it'll snow again today too. Please change the background to a snowy thing. Oh. Here's an unexpected caller.
Yahoo! Nii-san genki?
Hiya, what's up, Nii-san? Yo, you're overseas right now?
携帯も進化したね。
Yep, cell phones have really evolved. It was Canon, as carefree as ever.
パパリン死んじゃったって
Did Papadin really die? Someone must have called her about it. The wake is today. You don't have to drop everything to come back.
今もう空港だから。
I'm already at the airport. Alright then, call me when you land.
やったー！迎えに来てくれるんだね。
Yay! Are you gonna come pick me up? Later.
ちょっと。
Ah, wait! I hang up, cutting her off. Kennen didn't seem too shocked. She might be in denial about Gonsu's death. Now that I think about it, I can't help but pity Kennen. A popular figure skater with a Yakuza boss father. Gonsu's threats have kept the scandals surrounding Kennen to a minimum, but from now on, who knows? And just by being Gonsu's daughter, she's almost certainly going to face some discrimination in the future.
Ozai-san?
Yusami looked over at me in an attempt to read my mind. Yusami, a single member's dark path can lead a whole family to hell. I know that better than anyone.
どうしました？自分のことが好きなんですか？
Oh, didn't we establish that? I mean, you shouldn't bang someone if you don't love her. I know it's a thing that things like that happen, that you bang people without loving them. But come on, you shouldn't do that. You really, really shouldn't do that. There must be a deeper connection before you bang anyone. Ah. What's the matter? Have you fallen in love with me? I had sex with this girl, and consensually at that.
照れますね。見つめないでください。
Don't stare at me like that. I'm getting all embarrassed. Wait, what? I had sex with this girl, and consensually at that. Are you taking this into account? Are you saying you gave your consent and are regretting it, or that she was consent and now you are still regretting it? Uh-huh. This must be the reason I feel so off. Mind coming with me to the city offices?
まさか婚姻届ですか？
For marriage license? In contrast to Yusami's fooling around, I wasn't in the mood for jokes. Oh man. You have to lighten the mood sometimes. When everything is grim, you need a little bit of laughter. I think at least that's a good thing to have. I have the feeling I should flip the camera again. Just so that I'm actually staring where I'm staring. Maybe I should do that. I'm really not sure. I mean, when I look at that, it looks like I'm reading, but I have to look this way to actually read. So, you know what I mean? So, if I read, it looks like I'm not looking actually at that. And, you know, perspective and all. Maybe I should have... No, whatever. A few hours pass. Sorry for the wait.
まったくなんなんすか？嫁をハンバーガーショップに置き去りにして。
What's wrong with you? Leaving your fiancé at a hamburger joint? They said I needed 2 witnesses, so it took a while. Wait, what?
どういうことか説明してもらえるんでしょうね、小沢さん。
Oh, okay. You will explain what's going on here, won't you, Azai-san? I'm not Azai anymore.
はい？
Huh? I just renounced my adoption. I'm no longer Gonzo's foster son. From now on, I'm Samejima Kyosuke.
マジっすか？なんでまた？
Seriously? Why? I just felt like it. Call it closure, I guess. That's not how it works. If you want to change your name in Germany, it can take up, I think it takes a freaking, well, no, it doesn't actually, it doesn't take that long. What really takes long is to change all your how's it called? Damn it. To change all your credentials, your social number name, and yeah, your bank account names, your insurance names. That's the hassle, or most of the hassle.
しかし、いいんですか?
But are you alright with that? Yeah, Gonsu's dead and all. There'd be no point in continuing to leech off his name.
自分はこれからあなたを何と呼べばいいんですか?
You had sex. Just call him Kyosuke, for fuck's sake. What should I call you from now on? Whatever you want. Why not Kyosuke?
恥ずかしいんですよね、素で言うのは。
That's embarrassing, addressing you without an honorific. Why? You're basically a couple now. The most awkward couple I've ever seen in a visual novel, but you are basically a couple now. Renouncing my adoption does nothing but swap out one government printout for another. But I somehow feel as if a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Mom is dead, Kyohei became Maou, and Dad. I've done nothing but run away all this time. I should go see Dad.
あ、ちょっと待ってください。これでカノンとも兄弟じゃなくなるんですよね。
Oh, wait! You and Canon aren't siblings anymore, are you? What about it?
いえ、ちょっとやきもちを。
Nothing. I'm just a little jealous. You'd be cuter keeping quiet about things like that.
そうっすかね。
You think? Let's just head to the business district. We made our way to the Sanoru Corporation building. I personally would love a quirky girl like that. On the one hand, she seems to be joking around, but I think she's actually serious. It must be a weekend, as there are abnormal numbers of people out today.
昨日は静かだったんですわね。
Things were a lot quieter out here yesterday. Central Boulevard was as lively as usual.
おい、京介。
Hey, Kyosuke! What was his voice? I totally forgot it again. Yo, it's been a while. Still kicking, eh?
そりゃこっちのセリフだよ。事情はユキ様から聞いたよ。何二人してばっくれかましてんだよ。
It's my line, bro. I heard about the whole shebang from Yuki-sama. Why are you two keeping out to yourselves? No reason. I almost missed school, you know?
エテ吉さん、その後のりこ先生はどうなりましたか?
What happened with Miss Noriko, Etikichi-san?
いやもう俺の女よ。この前優しいところ見せちゃったからこれからデートよ。
What? Oh, sorry. She's my woman these days. I was all sweet to her doing that thing at the school, so she fell for me. I'm on my way to a date with her now, actually. That's unexpected. I wonder about that.
立てこもりの件に関してはユキ様を恨まねえよ。とりあえずビシッとしつけといたから。
I made sure she didn't bear a grudge against Yuki-sama over the hostage case.
頼りになりますね。
You're a real lifesaver. Hey, Chi, you hear any strange rumors in town lately?
噂?
Rumors? Concerning Maou or anything?
聞かねえけど昨日の夜はなんか大きなイベントがあったらしいな。
Nah, but something was going down last night. What do you mean?
いや路上よ。トラックが10台くらい走ってた。ホストの宣伝みたいだったけど。
No less than 10 big trucks were hauling ass up Central. It was apparently some kind of publicity stunt for a local club. 10? You don't see that every day.
あとはオフィス街へのメインの道路で事故があったの知ってるか?
And did you hear about what happened on the main road through the business district? Are you talking about the maintenance work going on up there? The thing about the sewage pipes or something?
破裂したらしいぜ、水道管が。
Yeah, they were fixing some burst pipes. So the road's closed off then.
噂じゃなんかラリッタチンピラの仕業らしいぜ。作業員にいきなり襲いかかったらしいよ。
No, that's just the beginning. Apparently some punk who'd been smoking too much crack or something up and attacked one of the workers there. That's going a bit too far for a prank, even if the kid was high. Alright, thanks. Later.
デート頑張ってください。
Good luck with your date.
ああ、お前らもなんか知らねえけど、やばいことに首突っ込むなよ。
Yeah, well, I don't know what's gotten into you two, but you better not go sticking your beaks into any more dangerous situations. He saw us off with an uncharacteristically serious expression. Well, we actually go head in first with the
山王
devil.
物産まで行ってどうします？
What are we doing that we have to go all the way to the Sano headquarters for? Scouting. We pretend to be... Whoa. Oh, I'm gassing up, goddammit. We'll pretend to be clients and snoop around. If we're lucky, we might even get a glimpse of Maou, or Hashimoto, or that foreigner. I met the director of senior management, a guy named Sumeya, when some was developing the Eastern District. I'm not saying that gives me a right to barge in and make an emergency appointment with him, but it's a passable excuse for being in the building. The front entrance to the Sano Corporation headquarters. Despite the weekend, this building is in full swing. 2 black luxury sedans were stopped in front of the doors.
浅井さん、あの人って。
Adai-san, is that... A politician steps out of the vehicle, surrounded by bodyguards in black suits. It's a man named Imagawa Tsuneo. He's a party leader in the government and is on the news fairly often. He has quite the influence in the federal government. He serves the Prime Minister devotedly, acting as the spokesman for most of his policies, and there are rumors that he'll run for the party presidency next term.
魔王は政治家にもつながりがあるんでしょうか？
Does Maou have connections with politicians as well? If that's the case, he's probably not an enemy we can tackle on our own.
はるちゃん？はるちゃんじゃないか？
Iwai? Who the fuck is Iwai? Haru-chan? Is that you, Haru-chan? A voice suddenly calls out behind us.
あ、ゆうやさんじゃないですか。どうも。
Well, heya! Yuya-san! What's up? It was Iwai Yuya. He has a baby face, but a tight body reminiscent of the gymnast. The tight body? So, slim body. Is that what you wanted to say?
偶然だね。元気にしてるかい？親父も何かとはるちゃんのことを気にかけていてね。
What a pleasant surprise! Are you doing well? My dad has been wondering how you've been these days too. He had a gentle smile, one so bright it was almost blinding. Hey.
こんにちは。先日屋上でお会いしましたね。
Oh, good to see you again. We met just a few days ago, remember? The rooftop? He was the man who sparked the return of my oldest memories of Yusami.
無事再会することができたんですね。
So, you two have finally been reunited? He seemed to be really happy about it. Yeah.
いやー、よかった。幼い頃の二人はまるで恋人同士でしたからね。
That's wonderful! You two were like a little couple when you were younger.
すいませんね。自分はあなたのことシカトしてたみたいで。
I'm sorry for ignoring you entirely back then.
はるちゃんは変わってたからね。なかなか声もかけられなかったよ。
You were a strange one. I could never get up the courage to talk to you. This man's atmosphere was somewhat similar to Tsubaki's actually. He had the smell of someone who grew up in a happy family and led a happy life.
そうだ、食事は済ませたかい？
Oh, have you two eaten yet? No,
今ランチタイムでね。よかったら3人でどうです？
it's just about lunchtime, so if you don't mind, why not join me? I accepted Iwai's offer. That's interesting. I mean, I thought it would go a totally different route, but that's actually nice. Yeah, sure, we could eat lunch on the rooftop, like old times. Now I have an excuse for being in the Sanoo Corporation building. Unaware of my ulterior motives, Iwai smiled.
いいですね。3階にうまい弁当屋があるんです。
That sounds fantastic. There's a great cafeteria on the third floor.
企業のビルなのにそんなのあるんですか？
A business office like this has a cafeteria in it?
レストランもあるし、郵便局の出張所もあるし、スーツの仕立てをしてくれる店もあるよ。最近じゃ歯医者もできたんだ。
Of course! We have a restaurant, a post office, and even a tailor. In fact, I think we just got a dentist the other day. These large corporations really are something else.
それじゃ行きましょうか。
Let's be on our way then. Wow, this is actually super unusual for a corporation to provide all of these things on their own. I mean, we have really good firms in here, and a lot of firms who care for their employees. At least that's what I like to believe and hear sometimes. But this amount of effort I've never heard before. Let's be on our way then. He held out his hand to us like a gentleman. They say you can tell the kind of life a person has led by looking at his hands. Okay. I'm not that perceptive, but even I noticed Iwai's rough hand contrasting his noble, gentle, superficial appearance.
ああ、学生の頃日雇いのバイトをしていましてね。
Oh, I worked part-time as a day laborer when I was younger. Oh god, I have the smooth fingers and hands. Well, it's not like I never worked in those dirty manufacturing and machine thingies and had to do really stuff. But wow, one thing I always kept are those smooth hands. I think. I don't even know if it's actually visible in the camera. It could be a hand model, maybe. Maybe. Probably not, but would be interesting actually. Oh god. So narcissistic. Okay, he defends himself shyly. He must have noticed my staring. His father may be a Sanoo executive, but he doesn't have the air of a spoiled child with no concept of hardship. Iwai Yuya is the kind of guy I can't look straight in the eyes. I wonder why. You're worried to get lost in it? Why is it suddenly so tense? A handful of men swagger to the Sanoo Corporation boardroom. Though Alan may be retired from the mercenary business, he still walks with complete silence. The other three mercenaries posing as visiting businessmen were glancing at their surroundings. There's nothing strange about a few suits carrying briefcases through a general trading company. They had carefully studied the map of this building beforehand. They could make it to their destination with closed eyes. Their destination was Director Someya's office on the 49th floor. I think we changed to Maou. As we suspected, he was busy with another visitor. Beside the locked door was a card reader, its red light shining to ward off any intruders. Ignoring the presumptuous LED, I slid a forged card through the slot and opened the door.
失礼いたします。
Sorry to interrupt. Oh my, who are those bad boys? Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? Oh my god. I courteously apologize as we walk into the wide room. You... Director Sumeya and the politician Imagawa were sitting down on leather sofas. Imagawa's secretary and 3 Sanoo officials were also present. Last but not least, 2 Secret Servicemen stood behind Imagawa. Bulges the size of pistols stood out from under their suit jackets. Who are you? How did you get in here? One of the officers, a greasy middle-aged man, was in a panic.
ご無沙汰ですね、染谷室長。その後いかがです？
It's been a while, Mr. Sumeya. How have you been? All the men in the room shifted their gaze onto Sumeya. They are interrogating him with their glares, asking, "You know these intruders?"
日中に会うのは初めてだな。いや、こうしてみると、やはり若い。
This is the first time we've met during the day. Now that I see you in the light, I can say for certainty that you are as young as I thought. He spoke with resignation.
何の用かな、魔王。
What do you want, Maou?
さすがに肝が据わっていますね。この場で私の存在を隠そうとしないのは好感が持てます。
You are a brave man. I like that you refuse to hide my identity, even in this situation.
君は大切なビジネスパートナーだ。皆さんにご紹介しよう。彼こそが我が山王物産を陰で支えてくれた男だ。
You are an important business partner. I'll take this opportunity to introduce you to everyone. This man has been supporting the Sanoo Corporation behind the scenes.
どうもはじめまして。そちらは今川先生ですね。
Pleased to meet you, sir. You are Representative Imagawa, correct? Imagawa's face contorted a bit in response. I had obviously known about Imagawa's meeting with Sumeya beforehand.
実は染谷室長、今日は長年お仕えしてきた分の報酬をいただきに伺いました。
It's time to pay the piper, Mr. Sumeya. I'm here to collect for these many years of service.
そうかね。
Is that so? He nodded, like he was prepared for this.
染谷さん、一体何が始まるのです？
Sumeya-san, what's going on here? The second Imagawa turned to face Sumeya. The sound of gunshots rang out, and the 2 Secret Servicemen fell to the floor. They looked creepy as fuck, and like robots at that. Did he stop smiling? 1 bullet to the head each. Perfect marksmanship. It served as a splendid performance. After a brief moment of shock, the screams of executives filled the air.
お静かに。あなた方は殺しません。
Quiet! We won't kill you. Yet. Flavor text. The only ones not screaming were Sumeya and Imagawa.
一体何が目的だ？
What's your agenda? He has no problem finding words, even in this situation. Top-notch politicians are made of different stuff.
いい執務室ですな、室長。
This is a nice office, Director. My apologies that I stained it with a little bit of blood. I look around the room.
トイレもバスルームも完備ですか。そちらの冷蔵庫にはビールでも冷やしてあるのですか。
You've even got a bathroom. And is that a refrigerator over there for keeping your beer cool?
ああ、おつまみもある。1日や2日籠城するにはもってこいの部屋だよ。
Yeah, along with a few snacks. It's just about perfect for spending a night or two at the office.
助かります。では、全員私がいいと言うまで
両手を頭の上に置いてください。そう、そのまま部屋の隅に集まってください。
That's ideal. Now everyone, put your hands on your head until I tell you otherwise. Right, like that. Gather in the corner of the room. Sumaya encouraged everyone to follow my orders.
指示に従ってください。彼は本気だ。
Listen to what he says. He's serious.
随分と素直ですな。
You are awfully obedient.
いつかこんな日が来ると思っていたよ。なぜなら君は魔王だからね。
I always knew this day would come. Your name is Maou, after all.
机の下にある非常用ボタンを押さないのですね。
You are not going to press the emergency button under your desk. Sumaya feebly smiled.
警察の SP ですら瞬時に殺した君たちに警備会社の人間が太刀打ちできるとは思わんよ。今川先生もバカな考えはおやめください。
The Metropolitan Police have no chance against people who kill 2 Secret Service in an instant. You would be wise to give up too. Imagawa, don't get any silly ideas. Imagawa had his arm to his chest, looking for a chance to get something from his pocket. He was most likely trying to get in contact with his bodyguards waiting outside. I was satisfied with the results. Now there are 3 places in this building we need to secure right away. The first is the 49th floor, including Sumaya's office. We are currently there, and it has been secured satisfactorily. We've succeeded in capturing the hostages. Next is the 47th floor's computer room, which controls the entire building. A single supercomputer housed there regulates the skyscraper's ventilation, heating, electricity, and telephone system. If we can commandeer it, we can control all the passages and buildings, be they fire doors, emergency shutters, or the main gate. Lastly, we need to keep our eyes on the rooftop. This is the most likely insertion point for any police operation against us. We need to have someone guarding the rooftop at all times. Uh-oh, we know who is up there.
あれ、この場は頼んだぞ。
Ellen, I'm leaving this place to you for now. I patted Ellen's shoulder and left the room. Okay, it's getting...
いやー、実を言うとね、幼い頃から君たちとは友達になりたいと思っていたんだよ。
To tell the truth, I always wanted to be friends with you guys as a kid. He happily reminisces as he prods his lunchbox with his chopsticks.
よくここで二人を見かけていたからね。
I saw you two up here a lot. Was there some atmosphere around us that made us seem unapproachable?
うん。君たちは恋人同士なんだろ？
Yeah, you two are dating, right?
どうなんですか、浅井さん。
Are we, Adai-san? I shook my head. Oh, you dickhole. No way.
ガーン。
Oh, that's so mean. It's so mean. Oh. Wow, now I understand this picture. I mean, this... Nah, you know what I mean.
あれ？そうなんだ。
Oh, I see. Iwai smiled like Tsubaki again. Are you single? Are you single? For some reason I felt the need to know.
自分と結婚しろ的な話をゆうやさんのお父様からされましたが？
Yuya-san's father was trying to convince me to marry Yuya, so I guess so? Or am I wrong? Iwai groaned.
親父のやつ、まだそんなことを。
That old geezer. I can't believe he's still going on about that. Wait, really? Are Yusami and Iwai that close?
いや、誤解しないでください。うちの父はハルちゃんのお父さんを慕ってましてね。ハルちゃんを不憫に思ってるんです。
Don't get the wrong idea though. My dad just really respected Haru-chan's father, so he feels sorry for her. Well, it's not like I care or anything. Waka? Okay, I did kind of care, but couldn't help but get a little pissy.
気を悪くしたらすみません。僕ももう26ですから、親父もいい相手の一人くらいいないのかとうるさくて。
Sorry if I upset you. I'm 26 now, so my father's always going on about me finding a good wife. And I'm 27, and I could have imagined to be married for at least 1 year already. Or maybe even 2, but that never came to be. Never came to be. Oh well. Yusami, a good wife? He has quite strange tastes.
また尖る。
There he goes sulking again! Sulking! I stood up and walked over to the fence, encircling the rooftop. I looked down upon the cityscape from the skyscraper's roof. This place really has grown. The city has annexed dozens of nearby towns as suburbs, simply to house its rapidly expanding economy and its workers. When I first met Yusami, there wasn't even a central boulevard. I looked straight down. I'm not afraid of heights, but the sheer power of the sight sends shivers down my back. The window cleaning gondola hanging from the outer wall just emphasizes how far from the ground I am.
昔を懐かしんでいるんですか？
Thinking back on old times? Just then, the rooftop steel door opened. A dark-skinned, chiseled-faced man stood behind it. Uh-oh. The tall foreigner glared at the three of us. He's wearing a suit and carrying a briefcase, so I assume he's an employee taking a break.
すぐに降りろ。
Down with the staircase, with a lot of you. He spoke rather fluent Japanese. I couldn't tell if he looked to be in his 20s or 40s. Another similarly dressed foreigner followed him onto the rooftop. They both had stern looks in their eyes.
どうかしましたか？
Is something the matter? The foreigner ignored Iwai's question and reached for his pocket. I felt a chill run down my spine. BGM Angel of Death, Toccata and Fugue.
降りるんだ。
I said, get in here! With an intimidating tone of voice, he pointed a gun at us.
あなたたちは。
Who are you?
指示に従え。
Just do as I say. The other man had also pulled a gun.
お前たちは人質だ。
For you are hostages now. It took me a while to comprehend his words.
この建物は1300時からすでに我々の制圧下にある。状況を理解したら指示に従え。この者についていくんだ。
As of 1300 hours, this building is under our control. Now do as we say. Go with this man right here. He finished addressing us, then orders the other man in English.
浅井さん。
Yusami mutters next to me. Yeah. A takeover? Being faced with something like that so suddenly, it just doesn't seem real. But if it's Maou, then...
わかりました。
Okay. Iwai looks over to us with a taut face. All we could do was put our hands up and obey them. My walkie-talkie beeped and informed me of the freshest news.
よし、コンピュータールームは抑えた。48階はどうだ？
So, you've got the computer room under control? then? Oh, you got the computer room under control then? What about the 48th floor? All clear, they report.
余分な人質は多ければ多いほどいい。それも無抵抗な女であることが望ましい。
As you gather extra hostages, the more the better. Non-resistant women in particular would be optimal. After a while, there was a report from the rooftop.
屋上確保しました。
The rooftop secured.
結構。屋上に人はいなかったか。
Good. Was there anyone there?
社員が1名、子供が2人いました。現在48階に移送中です。
An employee and 2 kids. We are currently heading to the 48th floor.
よろしい。
Very good. But kids? Did some employees' children sneak in? Either way, they make for good hostages. The light indicating the 48th floor lit up. Urged on by guns, we stepped off the elevator. We were greeted by a wide office divided into partitions. A bunch of men and women had been rounded up near the window. There was a man with a gun looking down at them. The foreigners who had brought us down prompted us to join the herd of people.
浅井さん、
Iwai whispered as he walked behind me.
左手の通路の奥、非常階段。
The passageway to the left leads to an emergency staircase. I look over in the direction he says, and there's an emergency exit light. It's about 10 meters away.
ハルちゃんを連れて逃げてくれ。
Take Haru-chan and run. Wait, what's he planning to do? However, Iwai didn't care about my apprehensions. Right then, Iwai began to moan behind me.
苦しい。
It hurts! He falls to his knees. The foreigner behind us points his gun at Iwai. Stand up, he shouts in English. Iwai hunches over, holding his stomach in mock again. In mock pain. The man shouts something again and grabs Iwai's suit. Kyosuke. At that exact moment, I grab Yusami's arm. BGM title No Escape. Damn it! Yusami almost tripped, but she managed to keep up. Stop! The sounds of a struggle rose up behind us. It was a veritable rain of gunfire, screams and shouts. I just run in a frenzy. We turn into the passage and jump into the darkness of the emergency corridor. We jump down 2 or 3 stairs at a time in the dim light. Gunshots blare out again. Before my body can freeze from fear, I force my legs into the next step. I hear Yusami's rough breathing beside me.
このままじゃ追いつかれます。
They are gaining on us! Even now, Yusami is composed. Thanks to her composure, she was able to notice the incoming footsteps above us. This isn't a game of tag. They are blazing down here with amazing speed. Yusami, you keep running! On the landing of the stairwell, I suddenly stop running.
できます。
No! Just do it! Our pursuers are already just 1 flight of stairs away. I can hear them breathing like hounds.
浅井さん。
He's not Azai anymore! Stop fucking around! This is no time to be arguing. I frantically run up the stairs. I just bolted down. Yusami's sobs reach my ears. Yes, this is suicide. I'm making an unarmed stand against gun-toting terrorists. What a silly way to die. But it's rather fitting for swine such as myself. Or at least he admits that he is an asshole.
気をつけて。
人質に逃げられる。
Did the hostages get away? Apparently the 2 kids from before had run off.
いや、問題はない。今から46階の防火扉を閉めて、それより下のフロアを閉鎖する。努めて追う必要はない。
It's not a problem. Just go ahead and close the 46th floor's fire shutters. That should blockade the upper floors. Running around after a pair of kids is a waste of effort. We'll take complete control over the remaining top floors. We had wanted to take as many hostages as possible, but losing one or two won't hinder our plans.
持ち場に戻れ。今は作戦を時間通り遂行させるのが先決だ。
Return to your stations. For now, it's more important that the plan moves ahead uninterrupted. Suddenly a strange noise echoed in the emergency stairway. An alarm went off, and it was followed by a groaning, like a caterpillar backhoe forcing its way around a construction site. Shutters come down. Watch out! When I turn and look, I see a gun pointing in my direction. The bullet grazes my cheek. I lose my balance and fall to the ground. There was no second bullet. A thick shutter had come down in front of me, saving us from the pursuers. Huh? I can finally breathe properly again. Adai-san, are you hurt? I'm fine. I have no idea what just happened, but I managed to escape death by a hair's breadth. By a hair's breadth? My limbs freeze, then start shaking. We're both in such a frenzy. What about Iwai? Yusami silently shook her head. There was no way she could know. Another report came in. The kids had indeed gotten away. Apparently an employee suddenly attacked one of the men in an attempt to cover for them.
その勇敢な男は死んだのか？
Is that brave man dead? They say they beat him with the bag of their weapons until he lost consciousness.
見上げた男じゃねえか。手厚く看護してやるという。
What a commendable man. Nurse him well. Wait, is he serious? Do they really want to... Is he serious about that they are supposed to nurse him well now? No. I wonder how things are going on the outside.
どうやら今我々は46階にいるみたいですね。
Looks like we're on the 46th floor. Yeah, and it seems they really have taken the place over. I just wonder now if you can put down shutters in an emergency stairway. How safe can that actually be if you just get trapped in the emergency stairway? It's just a weird emergency stairway if you can just close it off like that. I finally calmed down now. Why didn't you run like I told you to?
いえ、浅井さんにはこの前も助けていただきましたし。
You've already saved me once recently. What? The thing with Tokita? I was just frantic in the heat of the moment. Next time you better listen to what I say. For now, let's just get out of this building.
しかし、ゆうやさんが。
But, Yuya-san. Gassy. There's nothing we can do for him now. I spoke without hesitation. It's not like we can just barge in there and save him. What do you think he sacrificed himself for anyway?
わかっていますが。
I know, but... But what? Are you that indebted to him?
それもありますが、魔王が。
Well, yeah, but what about Maou? I couldn't help but laugh. Are you still trying to catch Maou? Have you even seen the movie Die Hard? I'm not Bruce fucking Willis! Great reference. I actually watched that movie and it was great. A lot of plot holes, but it was great. Entertaining. The boom from the gunshot that grazed me is still ringing my ears. In my ears. It's a miracle we're even alive. Yusami finally nodded. She must have realized how desperate the situation is.
ひとまずここにいるのは危険ですね。
Anyway, this place is too dangerous. Right. Let's get out of here. But what I don't understand, why are they reporting them as kids? They are not kids. They are teenagers or young adults. 18. You know, from the very beginning, they say every character here is 18. And I stand by that, no matter what you say, and no matter what every wiki says. In the beginning says everyone is 18. The only problem is when in Shari no Kuni, where the little... Oh, what's the... Oh no, that's an embarrassing situation I'm in now. The little sister of Sachi, who was a foreigner and had to go out in the world. I saw her name so often, how was she called? No, Nonchan was the other one in this visual novel. Minuin is from Toradora. What was she called? Oh god, it's embarrassing. Every moment I'm silent. It's... I forgot. God damn it. I'm so bad with names. Come on, Haru. I don't want to put you in any more danger. Oh, come on, Haru. I don't want to put you in any more danger. Oh yeah, by the way, Shari no Kuni, great visual novel. You should watch it. I have a let's play up on this channel if you are interested in my fuck up. My mouse started moving on its own.
ありがとうございます。
Thanks. It's like a curse. Anyone with their head on straight would want to run away in this situation. Is all this about the violin? Let's get out of here. We just have to lead the West to the cops.
はい。すみません。自分どうかしてましたね。
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking right earlier. I gently put my hand on Yusami's shoulder. They'll catch Maou eventually. Taking over a building is effectively closing off your escape routes.
そうですね。だといいんですが。
Yeah, I hope at least. She looked like a hurt little girl. Let's go home and listen to some classical music. There was a clamor coming from the lower floors. Screams of "One! The elevator isn't working!" and the like filled the air. I take that to mean the people on the lower floors have been made aware of the uproar on the higher floors. Looks like we might be able to get out of here.
ですね。魔王も50階あるビルのすべてのフロアを制圧する必要はないでしょう。
Yeah, Maou probably wouldn't see any point in keeping all 50 floors under surveillance. Is she still trying to figure out Mao's reasoning?
人質は我々が見た数十人とおそらく例の政治家の方でしょうね。
From what we saw, there was about 10 hostages, and most likely the politician we saw earlier. Right. Let's watch the news about it from home. I take Yusami's hand and go down the stairs, one by one. And switch back to him. Maou, maybe? No? That day, 1:30 p.m. A young police officer in a panic jumps into a police box somewhere along Tomombetsu City's Central Boulevard. There's trouble. The This phrase is shouted several times daily on Central Boulevard. After all, this tiny police kiosk is well known and stays busy. One day in Tomabetsu's largest shopping center sees thousands of visitors who have lost their way, or worse, one of their personal articles. Come twilight, the police become involved in breaking up gaggles of street-walking prostitutes and any trouble that might arise in the brothels. There are drunken brawls and yakuza battles. The most common duty the officers at this station undertake, though, is the consolation of rowdy and misguided minors in an attempt to keep them out of trouble. As that was something he was used to dealing with every day, the police lieutenant on duty just continued browsing the sports column of the city newspaper. It's the drugstore. It's being burnt down. The lieutenant looked up. Lieutenant? Lieutenant. Yeah, Lieutenant! Several young men stood behind the new recruit, bearing the bad news. He had spoken to each of them many times about their antics. What do you want? The boys didn't answer. They were frighteningly expressionless. What the hell was up with that? There was a thumping noise. Behind the now fallen young officer, a blonde-haired boy was holding a gun. The lieutenant had no idea what was going on. Did he shot him? Without giving him any time to think, another bullet fired from the barrel of the gun. The boy shouted in delight and frolic about. Bang, 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 bang. They were so merry as if they were playing with firecrackers. The fuck happens? That day, 1:35 p.m., snow trickled down, even in the area of the Sanoo Corporation headquarters. Originally started by Sanoo itself, the district colloquially known as Central Office, now housed business from all over the world. It could be called the wallet of Tomabetsu City. There are a number of narrow roads within 200-yard radius of the Sanoo building. I think my air is going out here. It was a system of alleyways that surrounded the building like a network of blood vessels. On weekends, one often saw trucks carrying an assortment of goods through these narrow paths. One large truck sat ensconced in an alley. It was parked sideways in the road, blocking the passageway. It was almost like an embolism to this vessel. Oh, listen, you dumbass, what the fuck are you thinking? A rather crass man approached the truck with a loud voice. He was ready to let the driver have it. But for whatever odd reason, the driver was dressed in military garb. We finished blockading the entire north section. He muttered something strange into his walkie-talkie. Who the hell are you? The crass man's voice turned inside out for good reason, as the driver had just put his finger on the trigger of a gun. By the time the man had even begun to try to escape, it was too late. Is it the military? No, this guy's much too insane for. That day, 2:30 p.m., the captain of the 3rd Squad of the Tokyo Police Guard Division was anxious over the fact that regular reports from one of his teams had stopped coming in. Normally, security police are only put on Secret Service duty for politicians around election time. But when the person in question is Imagawa Tsuneo, things are different. Imagawa had been very ardent recently in his proposals of pro-US policies. Consequently, this earned him the ire of not only the opposing party, but also the radical extremists within the country. Worried over the threat letters and prank phone calls he was getting nearly every day, he requested protection from the Tokyo police. What could have happened? As bodyguards for the most important government officials, the SP are picked from among the most talented police cadets. Their skills in both firearms and hand-to-hand combat exceed those of normal men in uniform. So for them to go down without even having time to call for help was almost unthinkable, unless you have better trained mercenaries. Unease was attacking the police captain in his patrol car when he heard a loud roar. However, it did not come from the building. It came from the direction of Central Boulevard. Upon inspection, it seemed there had been a fire, as black smoke was rising into the sky. There were multiple columns of smoke. Did a gas station ignite or something? People started pouring from the building entrance. They had panicked looks in their eyes. They came out carrying nothing but the clothes on their backs. Apparently there were people who had fallen and were being trampled underfoot, as you could hear their screams and roars coming from the inside. What's going on here? The moment the officer stepped out of his car, it happened. The sound of unfamiliar gunfire tore through the area. The guns officially issued to police officers, such as himself, could not make the weapon noises he was hearing. People fell to the ground like mosquitoes, and the screams grew even more wild. The officer was quick to contact the local police station. However, even after some time, there was no response. The only explanation he could come up with was that the police were fully mobilized in a state of emergency. He heard the wa-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta sound once more. Superimposed on it was a calm voice that seemed to stand out against the ongoing pandemonium.
こんにちは。
Good afternoon. A young man walked just a step in front of two other machine gun-toting men. He leaned over and snatched the walkie-talkie from the officer.
前線基地が確保できたら、今から言う携帯にご連絡を。
Once you secure your frontline base of operations, contact me at the following cell phone number. After that, he just boldly walked away. The officer couldn't even speak up. The items that the two men at his side were holding weren't mere toys. A group of 3 men were randomly firing off submachine guns, as if to spur on the people running about in panic. Blankets of black smoke covered the sky. The screams and cries reverberated without end. Before his very eyes, the sort of Middle Eastern riot that you might see on television was unfolding in all its horror. At the very next moment, a muzzle was pointed at his face. And then he was dead. Okay, I think that does it for this episode of G-senjou no Maou. I hope you had a splendid time, and if you want to really help me out, hit up a friend and tell him, look, there's this cool dude on YouTube. He might not be famous, but he's very charming. You may check him out or even liked him. Alright, stay tuned for the next episode.